Hello everybody, welcome to my channel and to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a look using the products that I bought recently in my Next makeup haul. I have uploaded that video, so if you want to go and check it out, I will pop a link up here for you. This is the palette we're going to be using, the eyeshadow palette, and this look today is inspired by one of my lovely subscribers, Donna. She happened to mention and comment that although she loves the looks that I do, the colours are, in her words, way out of her comfort zone. So Donna, this one is for you. I'm going to be using this middle row here, and it's basically all very soft, very neutrally colours. I'm going to pop a little bit of the gold in there. We are in the festive season, so it's going to be a little bit glam, but hopefully it'll be a little more muted, a little more toned down, and something that you may feel a little more able to do yourself. Okay, let's get into it. For once, I am actually organised and I have prepped my eyes with my NYX eyeshadow primer. Let's get the reindeers on, because the Little Miss Santa is still in the wash. There we go. Alrighty, make sure those ears are stuck up. Here we go. I'm also going to be using all the brushes that I got in my Next haul as well. We're going to give these a good go out. I have used this palette before, I have used the brushes before, so it's not exactly a first impression, it is a true review, this video for you. So I've just realised my mirror's halfway over my table. That's not exactly very good. The first brush we're going to go in with is this brush here. It's got a slight angle on the top there, and this is a really good all over brush. We are going to go in with this lightest matte shade here, and we're going to go all over, absolutely all over. We're going to use this as a shade to use as like a base, and then pop everything else over the top. So we are not being very precise or very neat, we're literally just wanting to get this down. It's got a slight sort of shimmer to it. I wouldn't exactly describe this formula as a true shimmer formula. I describe this more as a satin. So you get a little bit of a light reflect off it, the light bouncing out, which is why I've chosen to use it, because it's really nice up under that brow bone. But it's oopsie daisy, I've just gone into the wrong one. It's not oh crikey, I've just realised that's why I've gone into the wrong one. Oh blimey O'Reilly, this is just gonna be my day today, isn't it? There we go. Right, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go into the one I went into. I'll just show you. I actually dipped into this satiny shimmer shade down here rather than the one I wanted, but we'll match it up because we haven't got time to take it off. So let's just pop a little bit of this in. There we go. Again, it's actually a nice light colour that I've gone into by accident, so it's not a problem. All over, into the corner as well, right up under that brow bone. There we go. Done. Easy. Next colour we are going to go into, and we're going to deepen up the crease a little bit now. I'm going to go in with a slightly bigger brush for me, but it's sort of a packing brush. It's a cross between a packing brush and a blending brush, this one. And I'm going to go into, I'm going to try, because I haven't tried this shade, I'm going to go into this one here. So it's kind of a taupey colour. Again, it's a matte, this one. I'm going to go into that crease line, and what I often do, as you can see, is I often sort of close my eyes and pop my brush on, and then open my eye and just sweep gently backwards and forwards to get that line. So I know that I'm getting right in that crease there. Trick with these shades is go in and make sure you tap off. They are quite a dry eyeshadow, dry formula, so you do get quite a bit of kick up. And if you don't tap your brush off, you're then gonna get that fall out onto your cheek. So we're just deepening this up ever so slightly. I've got to remind myself today that we are doing a nice muted neutrally look. We are not wanting to go too mad and too out there. This is a real challenge for me. I hope you appreciate this. So I go into the corner and then I open my eye and sweep, following the line of that crease, in and out, in and out. There we go. And that way you do know then that you are concentrating in that true crease line. And you can feel your eye socket bone on the top there as well as you go in and out. Just keep closing my eye just to check I'm not wavering too much. There we go. I think that's about there. Okay, so I'll just give you a little look so you can see where I'm at the moment. Next one we're going to go in with, a small blending brush. If the camera will focus on it, just a moment, let me pop that down. There we go, a small fluffy blending brush, and I just want to deepen up the outer corner just a touch, nothing major. And I'm going to be using this shade here. It's sort of a warmer tone brown or neutral, as opposed to this one we've just popped in the crease, which is more of a cool tone. And I'm just literally I'm just tapping in very, very small amount, tapping off that excess, and I'm literally just gonna tap into the very outer corner and come in a little bit. Now I think I mentioned, I'm just going to blend this as I'm talking to you. I think I mentioned in my haul video, these brushes were part of a set, and I have checked on the NYX website, they are still available. They're a set of 6 eyeshadow brushes and they are £10. They're a lovely size, but the quality of the bristles is a little scratchy. Not like massive, not to the point where it's hurting, but this one in particular is a little more on the scratchy side, just to make you aware. But you know, for anybody who's starting out in doing their makeup, or as a gift for somebody, I think for £10 for 6 brushes, I think that's a pretty good deal. Here we go. So I'm tapping in, and then circular motions, and I'm just trying to keep it really on that outer corner. I'm not coming in at all. There we go, just to get a little bit of warmth. And I'm keeping it quite a soft, smoky look today, no harsh lines or anything. There we go. So again, can you see that's literally just deepened up the outer corner ever so slightly. Next shade we are going to go in with, we're going to go now in with the Gold Shimmer. I'm going to pop that all over the remaining area of the lid. For this, I'm going to go in with this smaller packing brush, just because, you know, when you're doing shimmers and stuff, you do want to maybe be a little more precise. I'm going to try going in dry. If I don't feel as though the shadow's going on very well, I will go in and spray my brush. But I'm loading my brush up. There we go. Tap tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to pat that very gently, starting in the middle on the lower lash line, and then just coming up ever so slightly, almost into that crease line, and then go along. Now I can feel some little bits are dropping onto my cheek, and again, this is why we often recommend that you spray your brush with your shimmers, because it does help to prevent that from happening. So I'm just going to build that up ever so slightly. Just a little more intensity. So I'm patting on, and then again, circular motions, very, very gently, blending that into this inner corner. Yep. Right, I'm going to show you. I don't know whether you can see because of the ring light. I've got an awful amount of fallout down here. Where's my powder brush gone? So before that has a chance to stick too much, too late. Right, I'm going to have to go in and repair that in a minute. Can you see? Can you see? That's why spraying your brush with shimmers is a good idea. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Sorry about that. That was Parcel Force dropping off a package. I know where it's come from. This is a box of Christmas presents from my beautiful sister down in the Isle of Wight. So Liz, it's arrived. Thank you, darling. So I've sprayed my brush, and I'm going to go back in. There we go. That's better. We've got a bit more intensity now. Oh, that's lots better. There we go. So let's go all back over where I tried to put it dry. I think that's, out of all the shimmers I've tried in this palette, I think I've always gone in with them wet. It's definitely, if you have bought this palette or you're thinking of buying this palette, it's definitely the way to go. Don't even try them dry, because it just doesn't work. I'm gonna have to repair my face when we've finished this, and get some of my translucent powder to try and get that shimmer off and to tone it down, because I don't particularly want to spend all day with, you know, I mean, I like a highlight, but not down here, it's meant to be over here. So I've reloaded my brush, we're respraying, and we're going to go in on the other side now. Again, start right in the middle, patting it on, and then come up to the crease line, and then go over towards that inner corner. Just so we've got that bit of glam. And I mean, what you could do if you wanted to with this sort of look is you can do it as like an all matte look, go all over your lids if you've got to do it to go to work, and then, you know, if you're going out for some Christmas drinks after work with your colleagues, take a brush, take your spray, and literally just pop this over the top of that look that you've had, that you've worn all day for work, and bingo, you've transformed your work look into a nighttime party look. Dead easy. Dead easy. Just come over a little more onto that. I do find as well as if you go in and try something like a shimmer dry and then you go back over the top with it wet, it doesn't particularly go on very well, which is a bit annoying, but there we go. Okay, right, I think we're about there. What do we think? Do we think that we're about there? Yeah. Okay. Right, for the under eye, I'm picking up the eyeliner brush that we got in that set, and I'm going to go in with the chocolatey brown shimmer here. And again, I'm literally, whether you can see what I'm doing. There we go. I'm literally dabbing it in on the end, and I am going to spray it. There we go. Spray that side as well. Spray it quite well, and start from this outer corner. Just stamp it down under that lash line. Go. A bit more. Stamp it down, be very, very gentle. A good trick for if you feel as though you're somebody who goes in a bit heavy-handed like me, hold your brush right on the end. It's a bit awkward, but you literally then cannot put too much pressure onto your brush. There we go, and flip that over. And I'm sure you've already seen, because of the fallout that I had from that gold shimmer, obviously I've already got it on this lower lash line inner corner. That's fine, we will work with that. There we go, so I'm just going to stamp that down, just pulling it across ever so slightly. There we go. Go in again, and spray again. Start from the outer corner. So how do I feel about the quality of these shadows? Well, they're okay. They're not the best. The formula of them is a little dry, like I say. All of them, not just the mattes, the shimmers are quite dry as well. But, you know, for £8, or if you manage to get it like I did, on a 3 for 2 offer, you know, less than that, for the money, it's a good little starter palette. Would be great for a teenager or somebody just starting out in makeup. It's not my favourite. The shadows, they're not bad on the pigmented side, but you do have to build them up a little bit, or I certainly feel like I have to build them up. Whereas there are other palettes out there where you get that payoff a lot quicker using a lot less product. But, you know, it's alright, it's fine. The brushes, again, are fine, they're okay. They're decent quality for the money. Again, not the world's best and not my favourite, but they do the job. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with them. I certainly wouldn't say, you know, you've got to go and throw them in the bin, put it that way. I'm just going back in with the brush that I used for the gold shimmer because I've not got, because I went in this side already wet, I've not got as much fallout, so I've not got any that's sort of fallen onto this inner corner. So I'm just gonna rectify that a minute. There we go, we're getting there. Just, there we go. Blend this out a little bit as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in as a final step with a big blend, the big blending brush you get in the pack. And I'm going to go all the way underneath with a mat just to help blend all this through and hopefully neaten it up a little bit. Again, because of that fallout, it's gone a bit yucky. So which mat am I going to go in with? Do you know what? I'm going to go in with this one, which we used just to deepen up that corner. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go back in with that same brush, the smaller of the blending brushes that we used to deepen up the outer corner. And I'm just going to tap that in. And then we're going to go underneath. You sort of laying the brush almost on the side use your cheekbone as kind of a guide of where to place your brush, and try and use the very, very tip of the brush to then blend out. You need to go in very lightly, you don't need to be heavy-handed at all. There we go. It does help if you can look up and do this. That is something I'm practicing because I'm not right good at it. But there we go, we're getting there. And just meeting up that outer corner. There we go. And again, into the other side. So I'm sort of laying the brush on its side, trying to get the tip of the brush underneath the lash line. There we go. Like I say, try and use your cheekbone as sort of a guide for your brush. There we go. And again, because these shadows are not the most pigmented in the world, you can get away with doing this sort of technique quite easily. You know, you're not gonna end up with a right blob of colour destroying everything. Right, there we go, we're done. That is everything. Right, I've got my brush and I am going to try and get rid of this shimmer effect on this side. I think I'm going to have to go and get my loose powder. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think I've repaired that as best I could. Literally all I've done is I've gone in with my foundation brush, I've gone into my tub and I've literally patted it all over, and then I've gone in with my big face and body brush and just tried to sort of buff it out and get rid of it. I've still got some there, I'm not going to get rid of it completely, but it's the Christmas season, so you know, it is what it is. Let's move on to the next step. So eyes are done, apart from liners and stuff, but I'll go back to that in a moment. So now we're going to be, oops, sorry, blinding you all there with the mirror. Now we're going to be going into the blusher palette that I bought. I absolutely love this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. You can try and use each individual shade on its own if you want to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into these three here, the sort of more browny shades. Again, we're keeping this a very neutrally look, and I'm literally, as you can see, I'm literally just going to sweep my brush over all three. We're going to tap off the excess and then we're going to apply. So giving a good old grin to yourself, I always start on the apples of the cheeks, patting it on. There we go. A bit more. Again, this blusher is not the most highly pigmented, so if you like a blusher that builds, something that you can feel you've got a little bit more control over, this would be absolutely perfect for you. There's two of these are shimmer shades and there's just the one matte blusher shade in the middle. So I've patted on until I'm about at the intensity that I'm wanting, and then we're sweeping in circular motions up towards that temple area. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more on this side and blending and sweeping up. Now hopefully once I've got my highlighter down, that fallout of the gold shimmer won't be as noticeable. Keep my fingers crossed. There we go. So that's added just a little hue, a little sort of flush of colour. Nothing too extravagant, nothing over the top. Into the highlighting palette now. And again, this is a step you don't have to do if you're not into highlighters. miss it out. It's not a problem. Stick just your blusher. I'm going to go and use the, I'm just checking I'm pointing at the right one for you. I'm going to use, no I'm not, I'm going to use this pinky, the light pinky one down here. Let's try and just give ourselves a little bit of a gentle shimmer, nothing too major. And I'm actually trying out for the first time the Luxie angled brush that I received. Is it picking up on there? I think it might be. Can't remember which box I got it in now. Was it maybe Black Friday box? I think it was. So I've gone in, tapped off, and I do like using these brushes for my highlight because you can literally, because they're angled, you can get right onto the top of that cheekbone and very gently pat it down, and then just very, very quickly sweep it up and Bob's your uncle up towards that temple area. Just pat that out a bit more. There we go. And you see that blends in quite nicely with that blusher. Again, these highlighters, you know, they do blend and build really nicely. So you can go in with a very, very light touch just to get that hint if that's what you're wanting. Adapt whatever I show you, adapt it to you, to your style. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm a bit mad and a bit out there, you know. So make it work for you. It's about you and about how you feel and being comfortable and confident in yourself. There we go. What do we think? What do we think to that? All right. That's the highlighting done. Now we're going to go back to the eyeliner, and I'm pulling out my Colourpop ones, and for the top top lid, thank you, sorry, just had a blank there. I'm going to be using this, whoops, the dark brown liner, and this is called Call Me. And then in my waterline I'm going to be using this sort of bronzy, goldy, metallic-y one, and this is called Get Paid. Yes. So let's do the top one first. Sorry if you can hear my tummy rumbling. It is now lunchtime here while I'm filming. So that's just my tummy telling me it's ready for something to eat. There we go, got my tissue. So I'm just going to lean on this, and I'm not doing a wing. Not doing a wing. We're keeping this simple. You know, you use eyeliner, particularly on your top lid, just to help frame your eyelashes. I mean, obviously, with my style, I like to use it to add in a blast of colour, but you don't have to. Go so as close to the lash line as you can get it. Here we go. And then down into the inner corner. There we go. You shouldn't have to put a lot of pressure on your liner to get it to work. Whoopsie daisy, I've just broken that. Oh, poop. Right, let's retract it up a little bit. Now I've got not got a pointy nib. Never mind, it'll be fine. What was I saying? Yeah, you shouldn't have to press hard on your liner to get it to work. If you are doing, the liner's not the right one for you. Either it's the wrong formula, or normally it's to do with it being not a very good formula. I can highly recommend these gel cream eyeliners. I mean, these are the Colourpop ones. There are other makes out there, obviously. Go and give them a go. you might be used to using just a normal light pencil, because obviously years ago we didn't used to have the gel ones. You had either a pencil or you had liquid. That was it. But go and buy one, try it out, because honestly I think you will find that these are so much better than the pencils. I certainly have done. Definitely. Definitely impressed with these. There we go. And that's that top liner done. Alright, just to frame the eyelashes, that's all it's about. Doesn't have to be mad, it doesn't have to be bold. Going in now on the lower line. Waterline, again, if you're not somebody who's comfortable doing this, miss it out, don't worry about it. I've always done my waterline. Again, that's just my style. Adapt it to you and what you like to do. There we go. Now I haven't got, under normal circumstances, I'd probably want to do a brown mascara with this look, just because I feel that would tie in better, but I haven't got a brown, so I'm going to be using my usual NYX On The Rise. Here we go. So we'll quickly put some mascara on. There we go. That's the top of that one. And this side, using my usual rolling up technique. Whenever I think of this and when I'm doing it, I'll let you into a little secret. I sing Adele's Rolling in the Deep in my head. If you think about it, think about the way it goes. We're rolling in the deep. I don't know. Sorry, that's just the way my mind works. Just to prove that I am completely scatty and crazy. Do you do that? You know, when you're talking, or if somebody says something, and a song just pops straight into your head and you start singing it. Does anybody else do that? Or is it just me? Because I do it all the time. I know I drive people bonkers with it. They'll say something and all of a sudden I'll just go, ooh, and start singing. Not that I'm the world's best singer, because I ain't. But yeah, that's, again, it's just the way I work. There we go. That is the eyes completely done and dusted. For the lips, I am going to be using my Body Shop Beach Lip Liner. Just gonna line my lips with this. It'll work. Come on, I think I need a new one. There we go. Get in there. There we go. And then to finish the look, we are going to be using the metallic bullet lipstick I bought in the shade Metallic Champagne Dreams. Just give you a quick look at that. So this is the colour, very nude, very neutral, got a little bit of sparkle in it. Just to try and match up the sparkle on the eyes. And there we go. I'm going to give a quick spritz of my face mist, just to use it as almost like a setting spray. This is the Body Shop Mint Mattifying one, which I adore. Smells divine, just smells fresh and clean. Let's sort the hair out. Again, I've remembered to bring my comb down today, which, you know, bonus. And we'll show you the final look. This is it. This is your neutral, soft, muted, slightly glam, slightly party look, but maybe with using colours that you are a little more comfortable or a little more confident with. There we go. Let's close the eyes and lean in like I normally do. And this side. And over this side. There we go, everybody. Please let me know what you think to this look. Let me know if you're going to give it a go and recreate it yourself. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.